I've given out many tips in my day, 106, but many of them are just taking advantage of the game, showing some deliberately obscure item or method, or just straight up cheating. What I want to show today are intended mechanics that you're meant to know, but the game doesn't tell you about. Many of the things on this list are something that was added in a post-launch patch, and so doesn't have anything in the base game to point it out. This video was inspired by this first tip that I gave in another video. On PC, the tab button swaps your toolbar to the next row of inventory. I expected maybe one, maybe two people to be helped out by this, but I got so many comments on how this was a lifesaver tip for them. So, here's a few more. You can also access an emote menu with Y, and all of your current quests with F. You know how Joja Mart is more expensive than Pierre's? Well, if you buy the Joja membership, the prices will all change to match Pierre's. And Joja Mart stays open until 11 p.m. Have you been checking the TV every single day for unlocking your cooking recipes? Well, you don't have to. The Queen of the Sauce airs only every Sunday, and on Wednesdays there's reruns of previously aired Sunday episodes. Check out your options. There's some game-changing settings, such as the zoom setting, allowing you to see more at once. There's also a button to show the zoom buttons on your HUD so you can change them at any time. Added in one of the newer updates, this button was added to your inventory menu. Clicking on it lets you look at any of your bundles whenever you want. And if you just want to see what can be donated at a quick glance, if you hover over an item, the icon will pulse like this. Crops won't die if they're not watered. They'll simply take an extra day to grow. So if you don't have enough energy to finish watering all the crops, don't worry. In that same vein, if a crop is already grown, it won't die from not being watered. However, if you want a giant crop to appear, all 9 crops that make up that giant crop must be watered. Using a pickaxe can unhoe the ground. Different areas have different spawn rates for forageables. For example, in spring, leeks won't spawn at all in Cindersap Forest or Pelican Town, so if you're having trouble finding a specific forageable item, try looking in places where you don't normally go. If you keep a fruit tree for a whole year, its quality will increase. This means you need to have a fruit tree for 3 years to get iridium quality fruits from it. Sometimes you'll find that something on your farm just disappeared. A likely culprit could be a lightning strike. Build plenty of lightning rods to mitigate this risk. Also, maybe do a walkthrough of your farm before the end of the day to see if you find any items just sitting on the ground. Holding down right click is your best friend in this game. Many tasks are made simpler, such as petting all of your pets. Now you're not opening up all of those weird dialogues. You can plant all of your seeds without having to press the button every time. And you can harvest all of the plants the same way. When buying items, you can buy 5 per left click by holding left shift. If you hold left shift and control, you'll buy 25 at a time. The quality of the luau soup is dependent on both the sale price and energy restored of the item you put in, and the best result is locked behind a minimum of gold quality. Don't worry about choosing your professions because none of these choices are locked in forever. If you go down to this statue at the sewers, you can pay 10,000 to change any profession that you want. When you go to sleep that night, you'll be able to choose them again. The price of materials bought in shops doubles after year 1. These include all of the ore and coal that the blacksmith sells, and the wood and stone that Robin sells. At the start of year 3, a trash bear shows up near the entrance to the mines that'll ask for 3 items. Giving him these items will clean up some trash in Pelican Town. You can check which items you've gifted to villagers by going to the social page of your menu and then clicking on them. This will separate gifts into loved gifts, liked gifts, neutral, dislike, and hate. This list will include any hints you've gotten throughout the game. You can sell extra weapons, boots, or rings at the Adventurers Guild. This is the only way to sell them for full price. Despite the magnet bait saying that fish aren't crazy about the taste, it has the same bite rate as normal bait. Also, wild bait has a slightly faster bite time than all other baits. If there's any rewards you forgot to claim from bundles that you already completed in the community center, they'll all be found here in this bag. You can place a sign on a fish pond to see how many and what kind of fish are in it. Talking to villagers during holiday festivals will give just as much friendship as if you were regularly talking to them. You can do this even if you've already talked to them that day. The Hat Mouse gets a new hat for every single achievement you get. Yes, this is a bit of a weird one, but otherwise it just kind of seems like it randomly expands its stock every now and again with no explanation. Getting a perfect cast when fishing does nothing. Getting a perfect catch, on the other hand, will increase the quality of the fish by 1 stage. The life elixir says it will only restore 99 health. This isn't true. It'll refill your entire life bar no matter how much is missing. Most people know that you'll have less energy the next day if you pass out at 2 AM, but you actually take a 2.5% energy penalty for every 10 minutes after midnight that you stay up. And finally, if you level up, you will have no energy penalty even if you completely pass out at 2 AM. And that is all 30 things that Stardew Valley doesn't tell you. Well, that's not true. I could probably make a list that's like 100 long, but we'll save those. Thanks for watching. If there's anything that you think that people should know when playing through the game that the game doesn't really tell you, put it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.